are headed down to Bryson City, North Carolina, home of the Tail of the Dragon, or the Dragon. We're going to stay in the Rocky Mountains. Nope, we definitely did not go to Colorado. I meant the Great Smoky Mountains. This will be my first long distance motorcycle trip on the new bike and I am super excited and I can't wait to share it with you guys. We're all packed up.
Ready to roll.
Thanks to Matt, ready to roll. Bueno just got dropped off. It's beautiful out. He's hanging out with two cats named Pence and Trump. And I'm just gonna leave that one right there. Station stop number 2. Say hi.
Hey.
We are in Lexington, Virginia. We've gone 167 miles. We've put our rain suits on. Now we're taking them off. Beautiful day. Stop number 4. We think we're still in Virginia. That was a much better stretch. That's who?
Romeo.
Aww. That's the tiniest dog I've ever seen. Got about 3 hours and 45 minutes left. Home stretch. Stop 5. We're officially in Tennessee and about 200 miles from our final stop. For our last gas station stop, we stopped at a Scenic Overlook. It was really cool because you just pulled in, were able to look, take some pictures, which we got a few, and then get back on the bike. That's one of the things I love about riding a motorcycle. You can see these views in a car, but there's just something different about experiencing them on a bike. All right, last gas station stop. We're in North Carolina, about an hour and 15 minutes away from our cabin. Cannot wait to get there. Made it, and we are absolutely exhausted. Right. We're getting ready to do the Tail of the Dragon. What are we getting ready to do?
Tail of the Dragon.
Woohoo! Back to our place, which has the sickest views ever. We just finished Tail of the Dragon, which was awesome. Definitely rode really, really slow on the way up and about half of the way back down. A lot more comfortable on my bike and taking the sharp turns, leaning into them. And it was really fun. I had no idea that there was so much to do in Bryson City. We went and checked out the Fontana Dam, which was absolutely beautiful, gorgeous views, great pictures, courtesy of our friend Andrew. And what was really cool about the entire trip was that we were forced to take our bikes everywhere. I didn't have a car. We didn't have any other mode of transportation. So we got to see some amazing things, but also take some fun and twisty roads while we did it. The Tunnel to Nowhere is in Bryson City. It is a long tunnel that they started to build this road through and then stopped halfway through construction, but finished the tunnel. I personally was kind of creeped out by it. There's graffiti all over the walls. It is pitch black in there. But I've never been to a tunnel to nowhere, so I'm glad we went and explored that. We just got back from breakfast. We went into Bryson City, ate at Everett's Diner again. Delicious. And I got a new riding jacket. It fits way better. It breathes way better. And then it also has a fleece lining, which I'm super excited about. Ready to go out on my own, do some exploring. The cool thing about this area is every road is twisty, turny, fun to ride on, and not a ton of traffic. We are definitely going to do this again next year. Maybe go stay in Tennessee, maybe somewhere different, but it has just been an absolute blast. It has been baptism by fire with the riding. I'm getting much better at my turns and leaning into them and when to brake and when to accelerate. It has been awesome. So we've been home for about 4 days now and wrapping up the trip, reflecting on the trip, it was definitely a great experience. Things that I didn't anticipate. being super sore, especially my hips and my calves. And I think that was just getting used to having forward controls versus having mid controls. The weirdest thing was my thumbs and my hands. This felt calloused right here, and then it felt like my hands were stuck in this position for a couple days after. I also didn't anticipate being extremely tired. Into the trip, I was super nervous about driving on major highways, about doing the tail of the dragon, just lots of experiences I hadn't had on a motorcycle in general, and we saw it all there. We saw twisty roads. There were dogs that chased us at one point, which I thought were deer, so I slowed down and it ended up being dogs. And poor Matt got chased by a German shepherd for a little while, but everyone was fine. Riding in the dark, our driveway up to our house was this crazy twisty road. First time we rode it was at night, which was terrifying. And then I had my first roadkill. Accidentally killed a snake. That was a bummer. I've also learned quite a bit. I was an athlete growing up and through my early adulthood. And you always, you need to practice your skill set, your physical training, all of those things. Same thing goes with motorcycle riding. So I mentioned earlier in the video that I dropped my bike a couple times, which is incredibly embarrassing and also sad. Fortunately, the bike was okay, just a couple of scuffs. I was fine. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on some drills that I can do to help me be a better motorcycle rider, especially with U-turns, slow stops, and just riding slowly in general. I'm going to try those out, but the connection back to sports, just like sports, riding a motorcycle, you have to practice and always keep your skill set nice and fresh. Do this trip again. Hell yes. It was awesome. Is it still my dream bike? Hell yes. I love that thing. I'm so excited to deck it out, but also to get more comfortable on it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe so that you are up to date whenever I post. I'll see you guys soon. This is our motorcycle map of where we've ridden. So we're going to scratch off Tennessee and North Carolina. Obviously, we've already ridden in Virginia because that's where we live. So the goal is to get all 50 states. Hawaii might be tough. So might Alaska.